Exactly.
Because you came here today to prove your innocence.
More than that, to clear the slate, because I haven't seen my daughter in so long, and it's been very traumatic to me and our daughter as well.
But you know how we do things at the show. You got to get up.
The whole thing is when we became a relationship that was argumentative and we weren't going to be together, I told our daughter, if anybody touch you down there, tell me. And she tried to tell her mother this, and her mother took it another way. And then she asked me about it, and I told her I would never do that to our daughter. I told her if anybody touched her down there, tell me. She tried to tell her mother that, and she took it, being a 3-year-old, as if she was right. So when she took her to the hospital to be examined the next day, the doctor took her to the side and asked her the same question that her mother claimed she said, and she didn't repeat what she said. And then when I finally was arrested, I was not arrested for what she said originally. She went back to the police and said I had oral sex with my daughter because she originally thought that I had touched her pee-pee in her butt, but when they took her to the doctor said, so how could he have done this? Then she took it to another thing and said I had oral sex, and this was a whole year later and a half, and I haven't seen them since the first day she said this.
So the police did arrest you.
They arrested me.
You were facing 6 or 7 life terms.
I wasn't coming home ever.
I mean, what were you thinking like when you were facing that kind
Well, I felt like, well, what happened was I did everything I could possibly do prior to getting there. I went to the hospital, I went to the police station, I told them who I was, I told them, explained to them what had happened. They explained to me, as long as you stay away from her, you won't have a problem. And then it began to snowball.
You did go to trial, right?
Exactly.
And what happened at the trial?
Well, I went to trial for 2.5 years. I was extradited and indicted to go to Superior Court. And on the day of trial, they didn't want to prosecute. So I was like, I wasn't copping out, I wasn't taking anything, I wasn't backing down, and I'm still not backing down. And I don't mind standing up because that's what I'm here to do. And I don't mind whatever I gotta go through to get to the point where my daughter can see me and see me as who I am, not who she says I am.
He says you're making this up.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with a grown man for nothing.
I didn't do it.
You did do it.
I didn't.
You raped my daughter.
I ain't raped nobody in my life.
Daughter.
What's up, boy?
He says you're making this up.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with a grown man for nothing.
I didn't do it.
You did do it.
I didn't.
When's the last time you saw Latia?
I seen her once in court.
Let's bring out the mother of your child. Let's bring out Latia.
You really want this audience to believe you? You really want me to believe that? You know what you did to your daughter. You know you hurt your daughter.
Don't realize.
You know what you did to your daughter.
This is what I have to deal with?
This is what you always going to deal with.
Is that a fact?
I said you'll never see your daughter until the day I die.
Latia,
Ever.
Would you rather believe that I did it or believe I did it?
I know you did it.
Did you see
I
me?
believe my daughter.
She was
Why would my daughter wake up screaming?
She's confused. You're confused.
Confused from what?
Latia, I told her if anybody touches it down there, tell me.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with a grown man for nothing.
If that was a fact, if that was a fact, okay. If
you
that
can fool them. You ain't fooling me. You know what you did to my daughter.
I didn't do it.
You did do it.
I didn't.
You know what you did.
I didn't.
You know
You're
what
wrong.
you did. That's why you stayed away.
No, you should.
That's why you stayed away.
I stayed away because
that's why you stayed away.
Latia, I would not have took all this time to get you here to have this situation.
You took my daughter for 3 days.
Excuse me.
She told me what you did to her.
Excuse me.
My daughter told me everything that you did to her.
You're wrong.
You know, Chris. You can't fool me.
I don't have to fool you.
You can't.
I'm right. You're wrong.
I want to ask you just leave the stage for a minute, and then we'll bring